Touch Base Daily, and my name is Ron Foster, touching base with you as I do every day during the week. How's everyone doing? I know we have had a long week since last week this time, but I have to tell you, I'm getting it together. How about you? I'm here. I'm here. I know y'all said, where is Ron? He's late. He's late. I'm 2 minutes late. Yeah, it's 3 minutes now. So yeah, just had to get some legal some stuff done. What's going on? How are you all doing on this amazing Monday? We got a little rain here in New York City this past weekend. I should say last night. And but the forest fires are still raging in some of the areas. And my voice is off because of the forest fires. Just like before. I guess it's some kind of whatever is in the wood that's burning makes my allergies act up. So here I am. But what's going on with you? How was your weekend? Let's talk. Well, first of all, let's say good morning to everyone. Good morning to Hannah. Hannah says good morning. And oh, you know what? Let me put on the let me turn on the YouTube channel. I'm sorry, Instagram. Okay, Instagram. Welcome, Instagram. Sorry I brought you in late. And but yeah. So good morning. I'm trying to get concentration here. My thoughts are all over the place. Okay. Hannah, good morning. She says, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. Jazzy's in the building. She says, good morning, beautiful people. And I see G says, good morning, y'all. And I see Janet says, good morning, all. And G says, I had a great weekend. Finished my 14-day challenge, cleaned the house, and purged files. Woo! I know that feeling. And Chris is in the building. Good morning, Chris. She says, good morning to everyone. So, yeah, I got a lot of rest, and I got to hang out a little bit, got to put some stuff together. It's been busy, and I have to say, I'm very thankful. On this weekend, I photographed my first bat mitzvah, and it was so beautiful. I learned so much from hanging out with our Jewish brothers and sisters and photographing my client's daughter and the family. And, I have to say, there were moments that I just said, wow, this is absolutely so beautiful. And what I mean by that is, the daughter coming into her, wanting to know the knowledge of her Jewish heritage and the Jewish roots and where she came from. And then the whole ceremony behind it and the truth and the honesty and the history that is built around this ceremony. And it was so beautiful. And I was like, man, I wish, and this is not to be insulting to Black folks, but I sat there and said, I wish that we had something like this. I remember when we were kids, and my dad, being a pastor, my adopted dad, and would say, they would have our church what was called the Cotillia Ball. The Cotillia Ball. It's a Southern thing. And they would have the when you came of age, they would have like a get-together ceremony and an event to celebrate you coming of age. But it was so beautiful to see that in the Jewish faith and what that meant to them as a family, and photographing the joy and photographing the connections in the room. My job as a photographer is to photograph the things that are not seen by the eye, because everyone's like facing forward. They're looking at the ceremony, and I get to photograph, like, there was this mother and daughter. They had their hands locked with one another through the ceremony as they were watching their cousin and relative getting, the ceremony of passage. And And that was such a beautiful scene to capture and to photograph that. So there were like little moments like that, or watching the young man there, another relative there with his little sister, and how they were interacting and how the mom and dad were interacting with them. Tradition is so important. I know, Black families do it too in a lot of cases, but it was just really nice to see it in the Jewish community and what it represented, and just there was so much love in that room, and it was beautiful. And so I had an amazing time photographing them and photographing the whole event. It was a 5-hour event that I photographed, and it was worth every moment of it. I took like 2,000 photos. Obviously, not every one of those photos is going to be great because that's how we shoot. And I'll go through all of them to make sure I find the best of all those photos. But shout out to my client who had an amazing boss mitzvah for her daughter. And I got to meet her husband, got to meet her sister, her mom, her dad. I got to meet everybody in the family, and they all came up to me and they were like, "Oh my gosh, we love your energy. We love your energy." And I was just simply saying, "Hey, one, I love what you guys, I love being, part of being here to be a part of the ceremony and seeing what you guys are doing. And as a photographer and photographing it, but I do love what I do. I love being a photographer. And this is what I mean by our cameras for photographers. Cameras are our passports into areas that we would normally not be in. Did I say that again? Our cameras for photographers are our passport to be in places that we normally would not be in. And yeah, so it was really beautiful. And I had great interactions, and the family was so cool. And again, like I said, they were like, Ron, and then at the end of at the end of the event, because, I introduced myself throughout the day, and 'cause I photographed the family. I photographed grandma with the kids and sisters and brothers, and it was just really cool. It was a beautiful shoot, and I will remember it for the rest of my life. Such a beautiful, and it's something that I aspire to for our Black community, and communities in general, that we really teach our young people our history. That was the other thing that was beautiful, is that, the daughter they're celebrating her bas mitzvah, and she it's up to her to do her research on her history. And then at the end, she does a speech at the end of the whole ceremony of her gathering of information about her family and her Jewish heritage. And it was so special, and so beautifully done. Also this morning, first let me say good morning to some folks that walked in the building, since I've chatted about that. I say Trisha's in the building. Good morning. She says good morning. I see also in the building Miss Lisa Seeley. Good morning. Lisa, could you type in the chat how do we link to your book? Can you do that, please? And also, and I'll put it on the screen. Yeah, the cotillions. Yeah, cotillion. Oh, not cotillion. It was cotillion ball. Debutantes. Yes, Lisa. See, Lisa and I come from the same background and a bunch of stuff. Yeah, but I remember we used to have that in our church. I mean, my we did celebrate the debutantes and the cotillion ball when I was growing up, and it does have such meaning. And we need to get back to. I know Gwendolyn and I talked about this last week. We need to get back to our traditions. Black folks, we need to get back to our traditions. Spanish cultures, we need to get back to our traditions. Wherever your traditions are, of how you used to stay in bond to your culture and your teachings and you knowing your heroes. And then when in knowing your heroes, you won't fall for the crap that's going on in media and mainstream media. And I have to tell you, and I'll go on, I am sick of mainstream media. I'm like, now I know why ABC, NBC, CBS, all those stations except for Fox has been derailed or derailing because they are so self-interest driven and they don't focus on the news. They don't focus on real trends. They are always dwelling in their bias. And that's why when Trump says he hates the media, how many people do hate the media because of their biases? He just feeds right into that stuff. And so I took a media break this weekend. Didn't really look at much. I did look at a little bit this morning. I do like to know what's going on in the world. And again, I kept getting pissed off every time I would try to turn on the TV or some of the news correspondents. I would get pissed off because people were not telling the full truth. They were talking about the Democrats this and not get me wrong, I'm an independent and I used to be a Republican. The Democrats did a lot of things wrong. Yes. Yes. However, it's like one gentleman wrote, and it just capsulated what I was thinking. And however, and again, my friends, and you know who you are, we talk about this. $5 extra on your eggs does not mean you vote for a convicted felon and a criminal and everything that's going to be wrong for the country. You just for $2 extra because your gas is up $2. That's more important than morality or moral concepts or the difference between good and right. And yet it's so I can't stay on the news too long. I am suffering. I have to, this is self-diagnosis. I am definitely suffering from election 2024 PTSD. That's what I'm calling it. Anytime someone says something about the election, I get triggered. I get angry because I am not happy with the outcome. And okay, here it is. Lisa says pre-sale ends on the 21st. Everyone during this period receives a small gift. Okay, thanks again. And where did I lose the link? Hold on a second. Let me see the Lisa's link. Morning, everyone. Is there a link? Is there a link? Is there a link for Lisa's book? Make sure you get that book. Make sure you go to Lisa Seeley on Instagram and check out her page. And I'll bring it up. You know what? Let me just bring it up. Trish says, detach from it for a while. PTSD is real. It is. I'm glad I got a chance yesterday. I went out for a nice long walk. I did not listen to my audibles. I did not listen to music. I just walked. For 7 miles. And I have to tell you, it did my spirit and my soul some good. And those walks are necessary. We have to, we are now in the Trump era, and it's going to be in the news every day, who he's picking for his cabinet, all this stuff. It's going to be done every day, every day, every day. I am learning to turn the TV off and let it go. Just let it go. What happens in America will just happen. And so anyway, where was I getting ready to go? I wanted to go to Lisa's page. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to Lisa's page. It's much easier for me to do it that way. It's much easier to do it that way. So you can see her page and you can also go straight to the book. And let me see here. It's myself. There we go. Here we go. I'm going to pop that on the screen. For those that are just joining, also today's Motivation Monday. So we'll have our motivation quote from a photographer and that we could base our lives this week on. Okay, here we go. Screen, share the screen. Here we go. And here is Lisa's page. And I'm going to share that with you all. Okay, so here's the book. It has all the information. Pre-sales incredibly important because they don't just show support, they build momentum and create foundation for future projects. And also, I feel so deeply honored to be part of this. And I know it's something worth celebrating, but I need your help to keep this journey going. So let's help our sister. Here we go. And you can go to also Hello Healing. Let me hold on. Let me get that. I'm going to put that copy and I'm going to put that in the chat right here. So you'll have it. Oh, you know what? I can put it on the banner. That way you can actually see it. Okay, let me put the banner. Let me put it in the banner for you. Okay, here we go. Let's do that. And okay, there we go. hellohealing.co. Okay, so guys, there you have it. Check it out. A pause for inner peace. Love it, love it, love it. I need to get my book this week. It's on my calendar, Lisa, to get the book this week. So I have to call you and do a PayPal or whatever I need to do to get it. And I will definitely do that this week. So guys, make sure you follow that. Okay, I'm gonna let that go. And so guys, how are you feeling today? Not enough about me. How are you feeling today? I just want to know. I would like to know, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How was your weekend? What did you do? What did you do this weekend? What did you do this weekend? Hey, Dr. Tachi, I see you in the building. I see you in the building. Happy Monday, all. I see Michael Young is in the building. Photography is a story I failed to put into words. Yes, that's the quote for today. Destin Sparks, this is such a great quote. Yes, that is going to be our quote for today. Thank you, Mike. Mike, how did you know that was going to be the quote? You saw it in the description of this of our talk here, of the podcast talk. Oh yeah, this is very true. Trish says more travel out of the country will be necessary. Yes, I am working on that immediately. As a matter of fact, a lot of things are going into play right now. So, okay, I'm going to take off this. Let's put the next banner on so you'll know what today is. Motivation Monday. Okay, so what else is? How are you feeling today? How are you feeling? Oh, Lisa, anytime, my friend, anytime, anytime. Hey, Bryson's in the building. Okay, gotta get a drink. Gotta get a drink. Every time Bryson comes in the building, it reminds me I need to drink while I'm talking. And it's that he says, "What's up, Ron? What's up, RLP fam? What's up, CQ fam? Happy money making Monday, everybody." Omar said he's slowly moving out of his studio. Yes, yes. Omar, I wish I could come on down and hang out with you. I wish I could. And Michael says, "Feel good, my brother." That's right. Trish says, "No matter what, no one can keep our light from shining bright." I agree. Shine your light. When I was at the event on Saturday, one of the family members came up to me and she said, "Oh, your energy, so you shine like a sunshine in here, and we just love your energy." And she said, "And we need that this week." She says, "After the week we've had, we need everyone to shine their energy, to shine their best shine." Yep, we who have the energy to shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. What's going on? Anthony Rowland is in the building. He says, "Good morning. Good morning. Good morning." Hey, Kimmy is in the building. Hey, Kimmy Kim. Kimmy Kim is in the building. She said, "I missed the Zoom with Black women." I know. I miss But can I say something as a celebratory? Yesterday, I had, as you guys, I see also, I see, wait, let me see what David said before we go to the next subject. David says, went to a veterans cemetery and did my annual Veterans Day photo. Took my 2-year-old granddaughter also and let her plant some flags. Wow. Wow, David. And yes, today is Veterans Day. I mean, let me get my banner up. Let me get that banner up. Hold on, hold on. It's Veterans Day, and thank you to all of the veterans. I did put that up here. Make sure I get that out there. Thank you for every one of you who have served. Thank you for the relatives that have served. Thank you for the moms and the pops that have served. Thank you for the children that have served. Thank you. I saw Omar's posting this morning. He had a post of his family. He said, our families are veterans. We serve. So yes, thank you to all of the veterans that have fought for freedom and continue to protect this country, protect democracy. Yes, thank you. Thank you, veterans. You are to be commended. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, I want to also, yeah, so this weekend, I discovered, or I should say rediscovered Black threads. How many of you know about Black threads? How many of you know about Black threads? How many of you know about Black threads? Yeah, Dr. Tachi. Dr. Tachi, you want to hear something? It was because of you. You posted something in, because I get a lot of your postings, and Gwendolyn, you guys are the ones that post mostly on threads. And so it was in my feed and it said Black threads. And I said, oh, let me investigate what's going on in Black threads. And so I go in and I start wandering through and I start looking at all these people posting. I start reading about how they were feeling and how this was therapeutic. And we were going, I literally spent, I was supposed to be going to bed. And I ended up like 2 hours on Black threads, going through all of the threads and the emotions and what people were sharing. And then people were also reintroducing themselves to threads, to Black threads. And I was like, wow, let me reintroduce myself. So I reintroduced myself as a professional photographer, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm here to help you succeed. Man, my feed blew up. Almost 2,000 people interacted with me all day yesterday. I spent also, besides walking, I spent probably 9 hours of the day yesterday interacting with photographers, amateur photographers, photographers who want to be photographers, people that want to be photographers, interacting with them all day, helping them with photography tips, talking to them about all things photography. It was the best way to get out of myself, get out of my head, get out of my, politics. And I had the best time with photos, with just being a photographer and sharing and talking and connecting. It was so beautiful yesterday. Dr. Taji says, well, honey, Black threads loves themselves some Ron Lewis photos. I got so many followers, excuse me, yesterday. I was shocked. But what it was, it really was social media at its best. It was social media at its best because, most people, when someone likes your stuff, you just say thank you and you move on. Not I. I went through and said thank you to everyone. I tried to answer every question that they gave me. I tried to give them resources as they were asking for them. So shout out to all the people in Black Threads that reached out to me and made my day wonderful by helping you and sharing about photography, the thing I love so much. It was an amazing interaction yesterday. And if you have not been on Black Threads, just go to the follow section in Threads and just type in Black Threads and then just go in, reintroduce yourself if you haven't, or if you've never been there, introduce yourself. And I see for those that don't know, there used to be what's called Black Twitter. And there was a camaraderie with Black Twitter. Where's that? What's the scammers? And so on Black Twitter, people gathered to have conversations about. It was like going to the square, and everyone was sharing and talking. And so now, since Twitter has become a cesspool, and it's a right-wing platform, Black people are leaving or have left. A lot of people have left Twitter. And so they re-engaged Black Threads because of the election, the outcome of the election. And people were, sharing such kind words, how they were dealing with the election, how they were dealing with their families, how they were dealing with their white counterparts, how they were dealing with this new blue thing with the blue bracelets. And it was really nice. And I have to tell you, it was refreshing to hear the Black community in this wonderful arena of conversation. And you could kind of like hitchhike on all of these different conversations. And so anyway, just wanted to share with you guys. If you haven't dived into Black Threads on Threads, try it out. It was so rewarding for me yesterday. And again, shout out to all the photographers out there that may be here today for the first time. And you may be looking from Instagram. If you're on Instagram, come on over to our Touch Base Daily on our here on YouTube. Just go to Ron Lewis Photos here on YouTube and meet us here. And but yeah, it was great. It was absolutely great. We had such a wonderful time in Threads. Okay, I see what else is in the building. What else are you guys talking about? Are you guys talking about sports? Did everybody win? The Giants did not win yesterday, so I didn't have to talk about it anymore because I was like, the Giants did what the Giants do. Oh, but anyway, I'm not going to talk about it. Any of your teams win yesterday? Adrian says, "Good morning, everyone. I hope that you have a wonderful day." I see Amparo is in the building. Amparo's in the building. She says, "What's Black Threads?" Well, you know what? Let me see if I can go. Can I pop Black Threads in on here? Let me see. While we were on the subject, I think I can. Hold on a second and go to my homepage. Because I'm live, it may not interact the same way. Oh, here it is, Threads. Okay, here we go. Activity. Yeah. Oh, see, Omar posted on Threads as well. But that's where I saw Omar's family Threads. I see here we go. Let me just share you guys with this. And since I'm on the subject, I might as well give a shout out to all the folks in Black Threads. People are talking about their profession. There we go. Let's do that. Let's share. Since Amparo asked about it, let's do it. You know how we roll. We're a community. We're just sharing and talking. Okay. So here it is. This is Black Threads. And again, Gwendolyn speaks on here. Gwendolyn posts every day. Some of y'all post every day. Omar posts. Rashawn's posting. A lot of folks post here. Fifi's posting. A lot of people post on Threads. But again, the most rewarding part was, let me put it in here. And because you go into the search and you just put in here Black Threads. And it will take you there. And there you go. And you see all the trending, everything that's going on in Black Threads. And there's so much camaraderie. I mean, people are posting all kinds of stuff. Unity, connecting, algorithms. Please contact me with Black authors, Black writers, Black poets, Black psychologists, Black therapists, Black teachers, Black professors, Black artists, Black entrepreneurs, Black not-for-profits, Black musicians, Black creators, youth leaders, Black life coaches, Black educators, Black doctors, Black students, Black country workers, Black healthcare workers, Black women, Black men, Black threads. And you see that all through there. Dear Black women, it's really good. So you got also Black women feed, but check it out if you haven't checked it out. I think it will bring you some. Oh, it'll put a smile on your face, because it did for me. It put a smile on my face yesterday. Okay, there we go. I'm going to stop sharing that one. Okay, there we go. Stop sharing. There we go. Okay, what else is in here? I see here, Ron, you are absolutely the best at responding with passion with everyone. Look, you know what? You know what? Omar, I mean, a lot of my friends, they say, Ron, you respond to everyone. And I do. I try to respond to everyone that reaches out to me. And you know why? Because no one has to reach out to you. No one has to say hello. No one has to say, I'm thinking of you. No one has to do anything in highlighting of who you are. But if someone takes the time out to text and say, thank you, I like your photography, I like your work, I was on your page, I saw this, I joined your YouTube, I joined your Instagram, whatever the case may be. That's what they were doing all day yesterday. I can at least take time to give the same energy back and the same quantitative time back and say, let me take time to thank them physically, not just with an emoji, but I try to be reciprocal. If someone texts, I'm texting back. If someone leaves a emoji, then I emoji back. I usually reciprocate. And I find it is the best way to build relationships with people. First of all, so many of the young photographers from different parts of Africa, I ran into photographers from India, Africa, and they were like, wow, you took time to look at my page. So I would go because once someone likes my page, and they start following me, then I start looking at their page and following what they're doing. And I go in and look at what they're doing. And then if I see something that I really like that they're doing, I will say, this is beautiful or whatever. And it means the world to them. It means the world to them. And I remember when I first started as a photographer, and I would go on people's sites that had been some of this I call celebrity photographers or photographers that had names, and they never respond. And I remember how that made me, not that I thought they should respond, but I felt like they would respond because that's probably how I that's how I interact in the world. And they would never respond back. And I said, if I ever just get a little bit of and I don't want to say fame, but If people acknowledge you for your work, if someone acknowledges you for your photography or whatever you're doing, respond back. It's so proper. It's such a good thing. And you could change someone's world by saying, I like your work, or this photo is really beautiful. Yeah, it makes the difference. It really does. So, and that's how I believe in building community. You have to build community by connecting with community. You have to connect. Find a way to connect. Sorry, I don't want to be a preachy. I'm not gonna be preachy Paul, but yeah, we got to find our ways to connect with people that connect with us. It's so important. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? See, Michael says, yes, Ron, I've had the same experience and I respond and interact the same way. It's so important. It's so important. What did Jazzy say? Jazzy said it was because at the time when I blew up, they really were just starting the app and had like 10 developers on the app and could not support the influx of people. This is true, but now they're in a good place to support. Yep, I agree with you, Jazzy. Dr. Tachi also agrees. She says, absolutely, and I agree. We need to do more to support independent social media. I think the thing that made Threads grow is the ease. It's already connecting, already connected to Instagram, a lesson for sure. I see here also what you guys are saying. Jazzy says, Dr. said it was 1,000% that with Threads. Heck, I joined just because it was easy to do, but I think back to what Black Planet was and how we really started social media didn't support it in the end. And here's also something from Dr. Tachi. Exactly. It costs nothing to give a response. It's a good thing to do. And you never know who that other person is or who they know. Very true. Yes. It's so important to uplift. Man, it is so important to uplift one another. And again, I'm a believer of community. I'm a believer of networking. I'm a believer of connecting people. It's important. That's how we grow as a community. And I will share tomorrow. We're going to be talking. Tomorrow's lesson is going to be interesting. Because of Black Threads, I came up with my subject for tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to talk about how to get published as a photographer. So tomorrow, because so many people ask questions, they were like, how did you get published in magazines? How did you? And, a lot of it was definitely being in the right place at the right time, connecting with the right clients. But because so many people in Black Threads reached out with that question, I said, you know what? That's a good question to answer tomorrow. So tomorrow's Tip Tuesday is going to be on how to get published, or what you need to do, or what kind of groundwork you need to do to be published in magazines as a photographer. I see Anthony says, the smallest compliment can make someone's whole day. Ooh, I like that one. I saw that. I saw the picture of that. The smallest compliment can make someone's whole day. I love it. I love it. That's what it's about, y'all. What else is anything else in the news here? I want to keep it on a positive note. Like I said, I'm exhausted mentally from the election, so I'm not going to talk too much about the election probably this week. I will mention something that's important, but it's all about community. It's about you. It's about us. It's about how we grow, how we connect. So forgive me for not doing any politics like I normally do. But we'll say politics for our one day now, back to Thursdays. And the rest of the week is about the things. So today is Motivation Monday. So how can we motivate one another? That's what's about today. Today is Motivation Monday. So let's motivate one another. But so again, you got Black Threads that you should definitely go into and look at. and build community. Also, what else? What else are you saying in here? I see here important. La, 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 la. I mean, I'm going through scrolling down. So here's another thought. Here's another thought for today. Um, what are you doing for the rest of the week? I'm just curious. What are you doing for the rest of the week? Dr. Tachi says fatigue. Yes, I am election fatigue. And I am a political junkie. And so if I am fatigued, I know the average person is probably like don't want to hear about it, don't want to talk about it. So Bryson says 2025 Grammys nominations just announced on Friday, and Beyonce is leading the pack. I heard she is now the number one person of all times, right? She beat out Jay-Z, her husband. So I heard in entertainment. How many of you guys are into the Grammys? Are you guys into the Grammys? I'm not. I look at it from time to time. Most of the time, when I look at the Grammys, it reminds me of how old I am because I don't know anyone that's on the stage. I only know a couple of people. I don't know most of the people that are on the stage, and I feel very old when I watch the Grammys. So it does nothing for my ego. Rashawn says, not anymore. See? I mean, people watch the Grammys. Bryson, we know you are everything entertainment. Michael says same thing, ditto. Yes, I do not watch. Uh Also this week, Anthony, you're booking shoots. I have yes, I got two shoots that are coming up. I'm so excited. A young lady who is blind, and she is starting and she also is a survivor of a suicide attempt, and she's taken her life and turned it around to help people. So I'm getting the honor to do her photo shoot, and I'm so happy to do that brand shooting. I think it's next week we do that. So that I'm so excited about. Omar says, my new job has me running and gunning, editing my first architectural project for our publication. Wow. So one of a mutual friend of ours, Omar, said, they said, why don't Omar hire you? I said, Omar is in Texas. He go, oh yeah, I forgot that. I was like, I'm not moving to Texas. That is one place I am definitely not moving. Sorry. Love my Texas family and friends, but I am not moving to Texas. You would have to pay me millions to live in Texas. No way. No way in Texas. Yes, it's not my cup of tea. Ryan says Shabozi is the new artist. Oh, look. I don't even know what Shabozi is. Is that it almost well anyway, I'm not even gonna go there. But Shabozi, okay, he's a new artist. Okay, got it. Jazzy says the same thing. I don't really watch the Grammys anymore. See, most of us don't watch the Grammys any longer. David Mascaro says he's doing street picks Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then he's going to chill and forget stuff on Tahoe Friday. Or is that supposed to be Tahoe Friday and Saturday? Oh, you go to Tahoe. Stuff in and forgot stuff in Tahoe Friday. Okay. And Adrian says, I watched this year's Grammys and I was completely confused as to who all the artists were. I tried. Adrian, I'm the same way. I looked at it just briefly this year and I was like, who are the people? All I knew was the Irish girl or Ireland girl, whatever her name is, Irish. That's all I knew. I just obviously I knew about Beyonce and Jay-Z and a couple other people, but I was like, I don't know none of these people. I don't know any of these people. I felt totally out of it. Billy, thank you. Thank you, Billie Eilish. That's the only one I knew. That's the only music that I knew kind of identify with. I do like three of her songs. I do like three of her songs. Mascara says, forget political stuff. Yes, I am not doing political stuff for a while. Like I said, we'll talk about it if it's important, if it's necessary. But I am definitely taking a hiatus. Well, vacation begins in 2 weeks. And so I cannot wait to get to my vacation. Just so y'all know, vacation begins right after our show on Wednesday, before Thanksgiving. That will be our last show, our last time together until January 2025. And so I am taking a must needed break after. So it'll be Thanksgiving into Christmas. I will be on no longer. I am not doing any meetups. I'm not doing anything other than, obviously, I have my clients that I'm working. I'll be still working. I'll still be doing my photography for my clients, but I'm taking a social media break. So, yes, starting the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Dr. Tachi says, you need a break. I do. I need a break, and I'm taking it. Bryson says, who's ready for the NAACP Image Awards on February 22nd? And the nomination is on January 7th. I look at that once in a while. Again, I don't look at award shows these days. When I was younger, I looked at them, but I don't look at them that much now. Might as well do it, right? What's that? That's forever. What? That's forever. She said, nope, it's only gonna be a month. I mean, a month and a half. So I'll be away from social media, technically, like on a schedule. I'll be on, you know me, because I'll be on vacation, I'll be traveling, I'll be moving around, doing things, photographing. I may pop on for, like, on the move stuff. But as in, this takes a lot of work, for those that don't know, to come on every day, to set up discussions, to know history, to know what's going on, to know current events. It takes a lot of work to come on every day with you all. And but I am taking a break, a much needed break. Adrian says, I started rewatching Sex in the City this weekend. I forgot how funny that show was. Rewatching as a older woman now makes it that much more funny. I used to love Sex in the City because, believe it or not, I remember when it first when it was on, and we guys were at the stock exchange, and we would gather, and all the women would talk about Sex in the City, and we were like, but all the guys secretly were watching it, as if, like, they would get with the guys say, oh, we don't watch it, but then they were looking at it with their wives. And then those who did enjoy Sex in the City, we would have our own powwow discussions. So no one would admit that they love Sex in the City, but those storylines were good, and they were also not just for women. A lot of men go through some of the things, some of the topics that they went through in Sex in the City. So, and it was also nice to see how the men were portrayed in Sex in the City. It was a hoot. Jazzy says, I'm rewatching The Best Man final chapter. The wigs are making me mad, but it's making me laugh. Yeah, this is a good season. It's a good time to just regroup, do things that make you happy, things that make you smile, things that make you think. I am going through what they call apocalyptic aliens or something like that. So I did this on Netflix. They have this thing, investigating aliens. So I was doing that, and so things that I like history and documentaries, I've been diving into for the last couple of days, and it has brought me lots of joy. So yes, let's kind of like do ourselves a favor to help us ease through this trauma. Yellow, I've never watched Yellowstone. I hear Yellowstone is a great show. How many of you watched Yellowstone? I've never watched it. I keep getting people calling me while they know I'm online. Why? 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 No one calls me all day. Only this hour that people pick up on the phone and call me. Also, what else is happening? Okay, what time is it? Oh, we're getting close to that time. So let's go straight to our Motivation Monday quote, and we'll end on time today. Dr. Tachi says, Yellowstone comes on the channel that I refuse to pay for. So no, I have not. Did I say that in the Dr. Tachi voice? In Dr. Tachi's cadence? Okay, I think we got everything. Everything is covered here. Okay, so let's do it. Let's get to our quote of the day by the great photographer. And here we go. Let me get that on the screen here. Okay. Okay. What's going on with the keyboard? What's going on with the keyboard? What's happening? Here we go. Okay, there we go. And let's paste that up there. And so this is a good one for today. I think this will help us all as we go through the week. And let's go. Let's go. For all you photographers out there, even if you're just using your smartphone, you are a photographer. And I always try to use these Motivation Mondays in connection to photography because we can learn so many life lessons through our cameras. And so that's why I picked this quote today. And let's get that up on the screen. Okay, here we go. So, and sharing it. So this is our conversation for today is finding hope. Oops, let me pop that. Let me get that on the screen larger. There we go. Now you can see it. Finding hope through the lens. For those that don't, this is also on the Patreon page. For those that are interested in being a Patreon member and supporting what I do, you can do that on the Patreon page. I might as well throw up my banners today, right? Might as well throw up the banners. And but here you go. I'm gonna throw it out there. There you go. You want to do that. Anyway, finding hope through the lens. Motivation Monday, finding hope through the lens. Destin Sparks, an amazing photographer, says, photography is the story I failed to put into words. And here's a little breakdown. In times of challenge and change, remember that every moment captured is a testament to resilience and hope. Just as a photograph can reveal beauty in unexpected places, so too can we find strength and inspiration in the days ahead. Let's focus on let me just go back to that one. I like that. Just as a photograph can reveal beauty in unexpected places, so too can we find strength and inspiration in the days ahead. And Lord knows we're going to need lots of inspiration in the days ahead. Let's focus on the light, even when the path seems uncertain. Together, I'm going to say it again, together, we can create a brighter future, one frame at a time. I was like, how can we inspire how can I inspire you guys? How can I inspire myself this week? And this one was really cool. I said, let me share this one with you guys. It's definitely, let's focus on the light, even when the path seems uncertain. And so many of us have so many ways to see the light and to, whether it be you're reading your devotionals during the week, your Bible verses, or your affirmations, take time to really dive in to the things that will fill your spirit and your soul. And just like in photography, you may find some amazing things that come from it. So just wanted to share that with you all before for this week as you guys go out into the big world this week. Yes, Gwendolyn, pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. Michael says, this was excellent. I love this. It's so important. It's so important, right? Just like the moment, it's so important to shine your light, everywhere you go. You remember that little song we learned when we were kids? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Yeah, so let's get back to basics. Let's get back to basics. Let our light shine. Michael says, sing, brother. I used to be in the choir. I used to sing solo that no one could hear me. So I used to be in the choir. But right, that little song can bloom into something big. Let your light shine this week. Look for the unexpected. Like we photographers, we photograph, we do our street photography, we're photographing events, we're photographing all these things that are happening around the world. And then we go into the frame and see something unexpected. And then we go, wow, I didn't see that. You take a picture and you see, but you don't see. How many photographers know what I'm talking about? You take a picture, your eyes are focused on one thing. You think you're capturing one thing, but you're capturing something else as well. And when you go in that photo and look in the frame and say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I caught that. I didn't see it at the time, but I see it now. So this week, let your light shine. Let your light shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. So guys, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow. We're going to be talking shop tomorrow. If this is your first time here, make sure you join us and make sure you remember to like, subscribe, and share. That's what we do. Remember also, make sure you look at Lisa's page for the book, Lisa Seeley. Go to Lisa Seeley 1 on Instagram. And also make sure also check out Black Threads. I think you'll feel good about walking. You'll feel good about what's being posted over there. So let's look into Black Threads. I hope this time together was rewarding. I hope you got something out of this time together, because it's about building community. It's about supporting one another. I see it. I see you guys. I see you guys chiming in. Have a blessed one, everybody. I see the roses. Oh, yes. Yeah. When you look back, you see so many things. Yes, right. Yep. And Rashawn says, happy Motivation Monday, everyone. Okay, I think that's it. I think we can get out of here. So guys, have a great week. Okay, see you tomorrow. Later.